I am going to talk about Superman and a little bit of his history in to become what he is today. And I'm also going to talk about why I think he is one of the goats. But anyway, yeah, I'm not just a Marvel I'm also an anime. Batman's one of my favorite superheroes of all. I also really like G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtle and Transformers too. I freaking love Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is my favorite fictional character ever created. I'm also a Power Rangers nerd. I freaking love the Power Rangers. They're so cool. I love them. But you see, before Superman wore the blue tights and had the shield with the S and everything, right? This was the original design for Superman. He was supposed to be a bald, telepathic bad guy who would take over the city and eventually the world and shit like that, right? Yeah, this was the original design for Superman, and it is strange, my guy. But because the comic book society was weird as fuck back then, they didn't think that Superman would be a fit for the whole comic book industry and all that shit, right? But in June of 1938, Action Comics released the debut of Superman, and it was freaking awesome. I love it. But you see, the original idea for Superman was, well, just that. He was a Superman. He was basically a human who had super strength and could jump really high to make it look like he was flying. Now that I think about it, they kind of basically based the Hulk off of that now, I guess. Because, like the whole super strength and the jumping really high. Yeah, before Superman was given the ability to fly, he was just given the ability to jump really high, like how the Hulk. But yeah, over the course of the first few issues of the Action Comic series, they just kept giving him new powers, every issue and shit like that. And I think the conversation between the creators went something like, "Hey, you see this guy over here? We need to give him a new superpower." Okay, well, he already has super strength and jumping and stuff like that. What else can we? I don't know, but we need to do it. The ability to fly. How about brilliant? What else do you have? Bulletproof? Oh, super durability. I like it. What else? X-ray vision. Ooh, but let's make it limited, right? What? How do we? He can't see through lens. Oh, okay. But I got another thing. How about freeze breath? Freeze breath. I like it. What else? Let's go with heat vision. Heat vision. What's? He shoots lasers from his eye. Ooh, that's pretty cool. What else? Fuck it. Let's just make him an alien. An alien? Okay. Yeah, he's an alien from, I don't know, we'll come up with the name for a planet later, but, I don't know, let's just, fuck it, let's just make it so that his power comes from, solar radiation. Ooh, I like that. But wait, there are multiple different colored stars and stuff like that, right? Last time I checked, yeah. Okay, so let's make it so that, each colored sun gives him, a different kind of power. Oh, okay, I got this. Red, yellow, and blue suns. How about we use... Ooh, okay, how about the red one, suppresses his power, takes it away. Oh, okay, and the yellow one, that can just give him power. Yeah, but what about the blue one? What does the blue one do? Let's just make the blue one, multiply his powers by, 1,000 or some shit like that. It's crazy, but I freaking love it. Also, his sneezes can obliterate entire solar... Alright, cool, we got this! Whee! Okay, so I just time traveled, and that's totally how the freaking conversation went, and it was weird, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that weird conversation kind of just led up to what Superman is known as today. And a few years ago, Superman was recently given another power. It's called a solar flare. It's kind of like Vegeta's omnidirectional big ass laser type of thing. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Yeah, that's basically what the solar flare is. And you know who else can frickin' do that shit? This guy. Except it's called a God Blast, and it's, basically his lightning energy instead of solar energy like Superman. Or Vegeta's ki energy. Real quick though, between these three, who do you think would win in a fight? My money's on Thor, but I'll make a video later about these two fighting each other. Anyway, one thing that I love about Superman is how powerful he is, right? And how inspiring he can also be. One of my favorite Superman movies of all time is this one called The Death of Superman. And it's an animated movie. It's from the DCAU, the DC Animated Universe, right? And it's where Superman is struggling with his relationship with Lois Lane. He wants to tell her that Clark Kent wants to tell Lois Lane that he is Superman, right? But there's also a giant monster headed towards Earth, and that monster is none other than motherfucking Doomsday. That's Megatron, I know, but Doomsday and Megatron kind of look similar to each other. Anyway, Doomsday beats the shit out of the Justice League. Superman shows up to fight him, and then Superman proceeds to get his cheeks clapped by Doomsday. Now, by now, you're probably thinking, well, what's the point? What do you? What's the point of why do you like Superman because of that? That's not why I like Superman. The reason why I love Superman so much is because during the fight, not only is he fighting Doomsday, he's also saving people or trying to save people, right? Right, like up until this point, Doomsday is the most powerful villain that he's ever fought. And yeah, Superman's getting the shit kicked out of him, like literally getting the shit beat out of him, pretty much. While Doomsday is like trying to like destroy and kill everything, Superman is trying to like, stop him and like, save people at the same time, right? Like there's this one really wholesome scene in the movie where this mom and her little son, they're running away from the fight. They're on a bridge, and Superman and Doomsday are fighting each other, and Superman temporarily traps Doomsday in the cables from the bridge, and Doomsday like is trying to break free, and then part of the bridge collapses, and it's about to fall on top of the kid, right? But Superman jumps in and saves the kid and moves him out, and like takes him to safety. And right, just like tells the kid it's going to be okay, just get back to your mom, like all that stuff. It's a really wholesome clip, and I freaking love Superman. Right, and it's just like little moments like that. Superman just like, just still staying wholesome, even though he's getting his fucking ass kicked by a giant space monster thing that just fucking fell out of the goddamn sky like not even a day ago. Alright, but like, frick, yeah, it's just like, Superman's really inspiring. He's really cool. I love Superman. Now, I know in media, Superman hasn't really had the best treatments and stuff like that. Like, people have their opinions about him that are false, and it sucks because the way Superman was written in the Zack Snyder movies with Henry Cavill, and no hatred towards Henry Cavill. He is a phenomenal Superman. He looks amazing as Superman. He literally looks just like Superman from the freaking comics. It's awesome. Right? So no hate towards Henry Cavill, right? It's just the way that, that his character that he portrayed in those movies was written was just really not, it's just not Superman. Right? Like Superman's not some emotionless god that, is just like wants to hang out with Lois Lane all the time. No, Superman's a chill fucking dude. Right? He was raised on Earth. He grew up human, right? And he is human above all else. He's a fucking alien, right? He's a Kryptonian, but above all else, he is human, right? And that's why I think Superman is the greatest superhero out of any fucking superhero character that I have in this room. A close second, though, in my opinion, is Spider-Man. Like, if you think about it, Spider-Man and Superman are very similar to one another. It's kind of crazy. Right, like, they struggle with relationships, with, like, money and jobs and stuff like that. Spider-Man and Superman, above all else, before a superhero, they're a human. Alright, above all else, Spider-Man and Superman are human first, superhero second, sort of thing, Right, but like getting back into the whole Spider-Man and Superman are very similar to each other, like similar to Superman. Yeah, Spider-Man will get knocked down if he's facing an opponent that's more powerful than him. Yeah, but he's always going to get back up because that's just what he does. Yeah, the city may be getting destroyed and there may be a bad guy like fucking threatening everybody. Yeah, but Spider-Man's going to do whatever he can to save as many people as possible. That's what a superhero does. That's what Superman, that's what Spider-Man, and that's what Batman does. Their main goal as superheroes is to save as many people as they possibly can, while also keeping, property damage and all that stuff to a minimum. But yeah, say what you will about Superman, but you cannot sit there and lie to me that he is not the most influential superhero of all time, and that he is not the gold standard for superhero. Now here you see figures of the 6 most important superheroes, in my opinion. Right, obviously we have Superman, he set the gold standard for superhero. Then you have Batman, who is the reason why we have, the dark and gritty characters like Daredevil. You have Wonder Woman, who is the inspiration for a lot of other female superheroes. Captain America was made to inspire soldiers in World War II. Spider-Man changed the game for what superheroes could be. Then Black Panther was the first black superhero in comics.